Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. I'm Sarah Sunstone, and today we are finally digging back into the developer diaries to take a look at some of the features being developed for Coral Island that didn't quite make the cut for the official April update, along with some new developments since the beginning of May. But before we jump into the main content of the video, I just wanted to remind everyone that if you are an alpha player, the latest version 0.08 is now live. I actually had the honor of jumping on a multiplayer test with one of the most delightful community managers for Coral Island, along with Red and friends. Beyond that, I decided against playing the alpha, despite how much I would love to, just for the sake of avoiding spoilers. So if you are an alpha player, please go ahead and play the heck out of it for the both of us. So, what notable developments were made behind the scenes in April that didn't quite make the cut for the team's official developer blog? While we did get to take a look at the brand new horse model alongside mount riding mechanics, what we didn't see were all the other animals that they've been working on adding into the game. This includes sparrows, squirrels, slugs, rabbits, squids, lobsters, and even owls. They were also adding in baby farm animal icons, likely for the ranch shop user interface. So we'll be able to buy baby chicks, baby cows, baby goats, so on and so forth. They even are beginning to work on the pet designer concepts, believe it or not, which was one of the Kickstarter pledge tiers, where if you pledged a certain amount, you could actually work with the team to design your own pet that all players will ultimately have access to. So I can't wait to see what everyone comes up with. Not only was the team busy working on adding new animals into the game, but they were also adding new places. Now, since Coral Island is, well, an island, there's likely going to be quite a number of boats. So far we know of Zara's boat, where she lives, Theo's personal floating boat that he uses for fishing, as well as the red boat, which is a broken boat that we likely need to fix up before we can go island hopping, but that's just my suspicion. However, there is also now a redacted boat. Is the redacted element a purpose that this boat serves? Off the top of my head, I can't really think of an activity that we could use a boat for that would need to be hidden. I mean, we know about diving and we know about island hopping. Perhaps the redacted is actually not a thing, but a person. Perhaps redacted is the owner of the boat. Perhaps the owner of the boat is one of the unrevealed NPCs. What do you think? There is also some sort of redacted market, which has me very curious. I wonder if this is a physical shop, a market stall, or maybe even an actual event, like a local farmer's market that is held, for example, in the summer. All I know is I like the sounds of a market of some sort, so I'm looking forward to hopefully uncovering what this actually means fairly soon, maybe? Now, there's been some debate over what exact type of observatory the observatory is, and I think I now have found confirmation that this observatory is indeed used for the purpose of studying the sky, as one of the recent notes in the diaries actually included a telescope emoji, which to me indicates stars and planets and sky stuff. There's a note that reads, "Redacted interior blockout," and at first glance, that appears incredibly cryptic and as if we could simply glean nothing from it. However, have you ever hovered over this emoji? See that? See that right there? Hot springs. Did you know there was a hot springs emoji? I certainly didn't. I think it's pretty safe to say that hot springs on Coral Island are confirmed. I cannot wait to see how absolutely gorgeous this spot is going to be. I wonder if the hot springs will function similarly to the bathhouse in Stardew Valley, where you can go to fully replenish your health and stamina. Also, I wouldn't complain if the team wanted to include this as a date spot. Just saying. Speaking of dates, we simply cannot miss chatting about the NPCs in this video. The team has been working on implementing even more heart cutscenes, animations for the NPCs' daily activities, and have also made some very interesting notes about their dialogue. They've added something they've called personality dialogues, which could mean that they're working on really fitting what the character is saying with their overall personality, which I think is really important to communicate individuality and the overall kind of vibe of the character. They're also working on implementing alternative dialogue, which I imagine would be something related to the choices you make in conversation with the NPCs, or maybe what questions you decide to ask them. Additionally, alternative dialogue could be based off of how many hearts you have with them, or maybe dependent on what year you're at or season you're at in the game. So lots of options here. Those are all the standout features from April, and although there haven't been a ton of development since the beginning of May, as the team was preparing for that new version of the alpha, and they also went on a very well-deserved holiday, I still wanted to share a few interesting notes with you all that I managed to find. So the first is that they're working on teleportation totem concepts. We have seen this one design of teleportation totem, and I'm wondering if the totem will vary dependent on your location on Coral Island. Perhaps the totem you spot in Starlet Town, for example, may differ from one that you would find on the beach or in the woods. The team has such great attention to detail, so I feel like matching the totems to their environmental surroundings would be something that they would prioritize. What's more is that they're also adding variety to the teleportation visual effects. In the preview we saw of the totems, the player is whisked away by cherry blossom petals. This particular note in the diaries was followed up with adjusting multiple elements on seasons. And seasons gave me the idea of how beautiful it would be if the teleportation visual effects varied across seasons. So for example, the cherry blossom petals in the spring, perhaps sand or water in the summer, leaves in the fall, and snowflakes in the winter. The team has also been working on adding dialogue to the TV shows, so it appears there will be more to digest than simply visuals alone when we tune into the various channels. They've also added more clothing and set concepts with a dress emoji, so dress is confirmed. And I'm wondering if set concept means that they're working on making matching sets for our characters, which I would personally love because I love the aesthetic of a matching set. Finally, the team has been working on updating the multiplayer system, which is nice to see since this is one of the mechanics that they're testing in the latest version of the alpha, which, like I mentioned before, I actually tested myself. Being able to play with Red was so fun, even though we didn't stray outside of our farmland to avoid spoilers, but I can't wait to see how this aspect of the game evolves as we approach early access and ultimately the full release. So that's all for this episode of the Coral Island Diaries, and now it's time for your top comments. So these comments were left on my latest video all about character customization in Coral Island. Penny said that they love how their artists are so current and skilled and that the characters look amazing. I completely agree. I think the artists are so talented. I love the character models. I love the environments. I just love all the art, 2D, 3D, everything. I love it all. JJ said they're honestly just so excited for more clothes and that they just can't get enough of that when it comes to their character. Also, they were wondering if we'll be able to have sort of like situational clothes, like if it's hot or cold, rainy, so on and so forth, which is something I've thought about too. I really like how in Animal Crossing they have that magic wand item and you can preset a variety of outfits, and then when you wave the wand you can select which outfit you want to change into and your character just automatically changes. You don't have to have the clothes in your pocket, you don't have to go back to your house or anything. So I really like that, especially when it's like raining. I really want my character to wear rain gear. I don't know exactly how they could implement this in Coral Island or if it would even be a priority for them, but I can definitely see the appeal and it's something I would definitely be interested in seeing at some point in the game. And finally, Piper Bird said that they're probably going to spend the entire game in the chicken suit, farming, mining, getting married, they don't care, chicken suit, which gave me such a good laugh when I read this. I said to please get married as sus chicken and send pics. Thank you all so much for leaving your thoughts on my last video. Be sure to comment down below on this one and maybe you'll be featured in one of my next. And before I leave you today, let's take a look at today's amazing fan art. So today's amazing fan art is this set of portraits by Melanie of the Sanchez brothers, Pablo and Rafael. These portraits are so well done. The brothers look so incredibly handsome. Both of these characters are dateable in Coral Island, and you can most likely find them at the blacksmith shop that they run together. So yet again, some more absolutely incredible art by Melanie. As always, I will link her information in the description of this video. Be sure to show her some love in the comments down below. And once again, thank you so much, Melanie, for sharing your amazing art with us. Well, there you have it, friends. That was another informative episode in the Coral Island Diaries series. I am so looking forward to learning more about many of the features we discussed today, especially getting to see baby animals and the hot springs. I literally can't wait. As always, I so look forward to hearing from you in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching. I love you all. And until next time, take care.